Good day to all of you. I hope you are all doing good. So, today's session is going to be very different from the rest of the sessions, as in today's session, I will be covering top important rules which are often asked in competitive exams. So, today's session I have designed keeping in mind for competitive exams like HSTR, GPSTR, KREIS, which are going to be held in Karnataka soon, and it is also going to help the students who are preparing for SSC, railways, and banking exams. So, today's session we will cover the rules related to subject verb agreement. So, let's start with the first rule. So, today's session is about subject verb agreement. Agreement. So, let's start with the first rule. Rule number one. Rule number one. It says if subject is singular, okay, if subject is singular, verb will also be singular. Verb will also be singular. For example, he plays cricket. Okay? Or the child, the child, the child is crying. Okay? The child is crying. Or the dog is barking. Or she has a pen. Okay, in all the four sentences you see here, he is what? Singular subject. So when I'm using he, she, it, when we use singular subject he, she, it, then we, in that case, we use s and es. So he plays cricket. We will not say he play cricket. Okay. Second one, the child, I'll just correct this again. The child is crying. So here the child, it is singular subject, so we used is. The third one, the dog is barking. The same concept, subject is singular, hence we used a singular verb. In this case, again singular subject, singular verb. I hope it's clear. Now let's talk about second rule. Rule number two. Rule number two says if subject is plural, if subject is plural, verb will also be plural. Verb will also be plural. For example, the children are playing. The children are playing. Okay? Or they play cricket. They play cricket. Okay? Or they have a pen. They have a pen. Now, in these three sentences, the children are playing. Children is plural. Okay, so we used are. What it says, if the subject is plural, okay, verb will also be plural. They is a plural subject, hence I used here have. Okay, again they is plural subject, so I used the base verb. Here the base verb plays, I put s or es. When we use singular subject, we use s or es with the base verb, but if the subject is plural, the base verb will remain same, it will not change. I hope the rule is clear. Now let's try to do few exercise. So, for example, I wrote the experience of candidates of candidates are taken is or are taken into consideration. Consideration. Okay. We are trying to understand the concept now with the help of example. The experience of candidates is or are taken into consideration. Now, what will be the verb over here? Now, here, what is the subject? The subject is experience. Okay, most of the students all they do these mistakes. Okay, here we should not see candidates. This is a prepositional phrase. Here, candidates, it is a plural. So most of the students they will use are, which is wrong. Why? Because after, this is a preposition, okay, and after preposition what comes? Object. Preposition always takes an object, never it takes a subject. Okay, and there is an agreement between subject and verb. Okay, so here the subject is experience. Okay, so we have to see the subject, which is singular in nature. Experience, it is a singular subject. Hence, we will use is, not are. The second one, the basics. The basics of English grammar. The basics of English grammar are essential. Are essential for good English. For good English. Okay, now again here we need to see what is the subject over here. We need not to see of English grammar. Okay, what is the subject? Basics. What is essential? Basics. Okay, so we are getting the answer of what also. So the basics is the subject over here, so it is plural in nature. Okay, so when the subject is plural, what will be the verb? Are, which is right. Here we will not use is, okay, because the subject is plural. Okay, now let's do the last one. The keys of the car is or are missing. Okay, now here the keys of the car, again we need not to see of the car. Okay, keys is what? Plural. Okay, so what it says, as per the subject verb agreement, if the subject is singular we use the singular verb, if the subject is plural we use the plural verb. Since the subject is plural over here, we use are, not is. I hope these two rules are clear. Now let's try to understand the third rule. Now, rule number 3. Words like someone, anyone, everybody, everyone, no one, anyone. Okay, we will see the rules related to this. So words like someone, no one, everyone, okay, they are always singular in nature. They take singular verb. Singular verb. They are indefinite pronoun. Okay, for example, I wrote everyone is happy. Okay, or anyone can answer this. Anyone can answer this. Okay, someone someone has stolen my pen. Okay, okay, so in all these sentences everyone is happy. Okay, so when I used everyone, I used is. When I used someone, I used the singular verb. Okay, everyone, anybody can answer this. Okay, so when we use someone, anyone, everyone, no one, they are indefinite pronoun. Okay, and they always take singular verb. I hope the rule is clear. Now let's try to understand with the help of examples. For example, I wrote everyone is or are ready to do his or her work. Okay, now everyone is or are ready to do his or her work. Here, as I said, they always take, because they are always singular in nature. Okay, words like someone, anyone, whenever it comes one like this, okay, they are always singular in nature, and hence they take a singular verb. So everyone, when I used everyone, so what it will come is not are, because it is singular in nature. And now here what it will take, his or her. Here it will take his work. Okay, as see, why some students may think, why not her? Okay, some students can think, why we cannot use her? Because English, as we say that ours is a male dominated society. Okay, so English also treats, give preference to his first, not her. Okay, so we will use his, not her. So everyone is ready to do his work. Okay, second one, someone someone has or have left his, her, or their umbrella. Now someone has or have, what it will come, has, because it takes a singular verb. Now left his, her, or their it will not come. Okay, definitely, because it is a singular. Okay, her, as I told that English gives preference to his. Okay, so someone has left his umbrella. Okay, the third one, no one, no one among the board members, among the board members has or have voiced their their concern about the new policy, about the new policy. Okay, no one among the board members has or have. Okay, again it is singular in nature, so it will take has voiced their. Will it come there? Here also error is there. What it will come? There is wrong, his. Okay, his concern about the new policy. I hope it's clear. The last one, anyone anyone who has or have traveled to to multiple countries, know that know that they or he must carry the carry the passport. Passport. Okay, anyone, again with anyone, what it will come, singular subject, not have. Okay, anyone who has traveled to multiple countries, know that they or he will come. Okay, he must carry the passport. I hope it's clear now. Now let's try to understand rule number 4. Rule number 4. A number of, and the number of. The number of. Okay. A number of means what it says? Several or many. Okay. A number of means several or many. The number of means unique or specific or total. It talks about total one amount. Okay. For example, I said a number of students are absent today. Are absent today. Okay. A number of students are absent today. So a number of always takes plural verb. Okay. And the number of always takes singular verb. This is very important. Okay. The error will come from here only. Okay. A number of students are absent. Okay. Because a number of students means several students are absent, many students are absent. Okay. I wrote another sentence. The number of students is increasing. Okay. Is increasing. I hope the rule is clear. When we use the, we used is. Okay. So the number of always takes a singular verb and a number of always takes a plural verb. I hope the rule is clear now. Now let's try to understand with the help of few examples. A number of teachers, a number of teachers dash on leave today. Is or are. Okay. Now a number of teachers dash on leave today. So what it will come here? A number of means many. Okay. So what it will come here? Are. Okay. Now I wrote another sentence. The number of teachers dash very high in the school. Okay. Is or are. The number of, okay, what I told, the number of takes a singular verb. The number of teachers is very high. Okay, here we are not talking about teachers. Here we are focusing on the number. Okay, here the focus is on the number. What is increasing? What is very high? Okay, when I said the number of teachers is increasing. Okay, so my focus is on the number. Okay, so the number is increasing. The number is very high. Okay. Here, a number of means many students are on leave, many teachers are on leave. Okay. Now, I wrote a number of books dash missing in the library. In the library. Okay. Is or are. A number of books. When I said a number of books, so what it will take? Plural verb. Okay. So it will be are. I hope the rule is clear. Now let's talk about another rule. Rule number 5. Rule number 5, it talks about time, money, distance, and weight. Distance and weight. They are all uncountable noun. Okay? Time, money, they are all uncountable noun. We cannot count them. Okay? And they always take singular verb. Why they take singular verb? Because we treat them as a singular concept. We treat them as a single amount. Okay? For example, I wrote 10 years. 10 years is a long period. Long period. Okay? Then I wrote 500 rupees. 500 rupees is is enough. Okay? Then I wrote 5 kilometers. 5 kilometers is far. Or 10 kgs, 10 kilos is heavy. Okay? Now, in all the four, okay? 10 years is a long period. So when I'm saying 10 years is a long period, I'm treating this 10 years as a one single unit. Okay, it is a single concept, it is a one single duration. Okay, 10 years is a one block, one duration. I'm not counting it as one, isn't it? So that is why 10 years is one single block or single duration. Okay, I'm treating this as a single duration. Okay, similarly 500 rupees is enough. So when I say 500 rupees is enough, here I'm considering it as a single amount. Okay, 500 rupees note. I'm not considering it as 100 rupees, 200 rupees. I'm not considering counting it like that. Okay, so when I'm saying 500 rupees, it is a single amount. Single amount. Okay, it is singular in nature. So when it is singular in nature, verb will be singular. Subject verb agreement. Okay, though it follows notional agreement. What is notional agreement? It means that, verb follows basically what the meaning of the sentence rather than the grammar rules. Okay, but here the subject, we have to see the subject is singular in nature. Okay, so when the subject is singular, verb will also be singular. Same way, 5 kilometers, it is one single concept. Okay, one single distance. Okay, one single distance. Okay, so I'm not again counting as 1 kilometer, 2 kilometer, 3 kilometer. So again it is singular verb. Same way, 10 kilos is heavy. Same concept. So when we are talking about time, money, distance, and weight, they are all uncountable nouns and they always take singular verb. This is very important. Okay? Because error will come from here. Okay? I hope the rule is clear. Now let's try to understand with the help of examples. For example, I wrote 1 lakh 1 lakh rupees is or are a big amount. Okay. Now 1 lakh rupees, I am considering this as a single unit. Okay. Single unit. I'm not counting it as 1,000, 2,000, 10,000, 50,000. Okay. So what it will come here, what it will take? Single unit, single subject. Hence it will take is 1 lakh rupees is a big amount. Now, second one, 10 kilometers. 10 kilometers is or are a long way to walk. Okay, 10 kilometers. Again, it is one single distance. So we will use is not are. I hope it's clear. Okay. For example, I wrote 60 rupees. 60 rupees is or are too much, are too much for this pen. For this pen. Okay. 60 rupees is or are too much for this pen. So I am considering this as single amount. Single amount. Okay. Hence it will take is not are. I hope this rule is clear. Now let's try to understand the next rule, which is very, very important. Rule number 6. Rule number 6. Each and every. Now let's try to understand what is the difference between each and every first. Each and every. Each is used for two or more people, two or more. Every is used always for three and more, three and more. Okay. Every will always act as an adjective, adjective, and each will always act, each will act as both adjective, adjective and pronoun. Okay. For example, I wrote each student, each student attended the session. Each student attended the session. Okay. Here each is what? Here each is acting as an adjective which is modifying the subject or noun student. Student is what here? Noun. Okay. And each is modifying the subject noun. Okay. So here each is acting as an adjective. Okay. Another sentence I wrote, each of the students, each of the students is present, is present. Okay. Now here in this case each is acting as a pronoun. It is standalone. There is no noun over here. Okay. Here each needs subject. Each needs a noun. Okay. Because it is an adjective. Here each is standalone. We should not see of the students because it is a prepositional phrase. Okay. So again, many students will do these mistakes. They will see this part, students is plural, they will put are. Each and every, remember this, each and every always take singular verb. They both are singular in nature. Okay. They both are singular in nature, hence they both take singular verb. So here each of the students is present. We will not say each of the students are present because here students it's a plural, so we should not see this part. Okay. So here each is acting as a pronoun. I hope this rule is clear now. Okay. With every, I wrote every student, every student must wear school uniform, school uniform. Okay. So every is acting as an adjective. Okay. Every will only act as an adjective, every will not act as a pronoun. So after every student is there, okay, it will take a noun. So I hope the rule is clear now. Now let's try to understand with the help of examples. I wrote each of the players, each of the players dash selected for the tournament. Okay. Now is or are. Each of the players. ठीक है. So we should not see of the players. Again, each is singular in nature, so we will use is. Each of the players is selected for the tournament. Second one, each girl dash present. Okay, was or were. Each girl, again each is singular in nature, so it will take was. Each girl was present. Third one, each each child dash a gift. A gift. Okay, receive or receives. Each child, each is singular in nature, so what it will take? Receives. Okay. Now, the last one, every student dash ready for the test. Is or are. Every student. Okay, again, as I said, every will also take a singular verb, so what it will go? Is. I hope the rule is clear now. Okay, now let's try to understand rule number 7, which is very important. Rule number 7. Either or and neither nor. Okay, what is either or means we have two choices. Okay, you have two choices and you can select any one. Okay, and neither nor means you don't have any choices, both the options are rejected. In this case, at least we have one option. Okay, for example, as I said, you can either call me or message me. Okay, you can either call me or message me. Okay, so here we have a choice. Okay, there is one option, it is open. Okay, but if I say you can neither call me nor message me. Okay, means here both the options are rejected, means you can neither call me nor message me, means both the options are not available, but here in this case one option is available. Okay, so either or with one subject. Here subject is one, you subject. Okay, and two actions, call A1 and message A2. Okay, so in this case there is one subject and two actions. Okay, now let's talk about when there are two subjects. For example, either Ram or his friends, okay, are coming for lunch. Coming for lunch. Okay. Second, I wrote either his friends or Ram is coming for lunch. For lunch. Then I wrote neither Ram nor his friends are coming for lunch. coming for lunch. Okay, so let's try to understand this. When there are two subjects, here one subject and another subject, friends. Okay, so when there are two subjects, okay, when there are two subjects and they are joined by either or neither nor, okay, so verb will agree with the closer one. They will follow the rule of proximity. Rule of proximity. Okay, what is the rule of proximity? Proximity means nearer. Okay, so it says that when there are two subjects, okay, so verb will follow the nearer one. Okay, we will use the verb as per the nearest subject. Okay, so let's try to understand this. Either Ram or his friends are coming for lunch. So here there are two subjects, but which is the nearer one? We have to follow the rule of proximity. So which is the nearer one? Friends. Okay, which is plural in nature. Hence we will use are. Okay. Second one, either his friends or Ram is coming for lunch. Here, Ram, singular subject. So we will use singular verb. Okay. The third one, neither Ram nor his friends. Okay. Again, here, friends, it is plural in nature. So we will use plural verb. I hope it's clear now. The rule of proximity, when there are two subjects, we will see the nearer one. Okay. Now let's try to understand with the help of examples. Okay. The first one, either either the teacher or the the students dash responsible for this mistake. For this mistake. Okay, is or are. Either the teacher or the students. So what it will be? We have to see the nearer one. The students, it is plural in nature. Hence, we will use are. Okay. The next one. Neither the quality, neither the quality nor the prices of these items, nor the prices of these items, of these items dash customers attract or attracts. Okay, so neither the quality nor the prices of these items dash customers. Okay, so what? Quality is one subject and prices is what? Plural in nature. So when the subject is plural, we will use the base verb. Okay, when the subject is plural, verb will also be plural. So what we will use? Attract. Attract. Okay, now the third one, neither the prices, neither the prices nor the quality, nor the quality of these items, quality of these items dash customers attract or attracts. Okay, now here the prices, it's plural, but here quality is what? Singular in nature, right? Quality is singular, hence we will use singular verb. Attracts. I hope it's clear. Fourth one, neither neither the design neither the design nor the colors of the dress nor the colors of the dress dash appealing is or are. Okay, now neither the design nor the colors is what? Plural. Okay, so what it will be? What it will be? Are. Okay, and if I do it reverse, neither the colors nor the design, then design will be singular, then it, in that case it will be is. Okay, let's do one or two more. Okay, I wrote either of the players. Okay, now I am using this format, either of the players dash well under pressure. Under pressure. Perform and performs. Okay, either of the players dash well under pressure. Again, we need not to see this part, we should not see players. Okay, either is what? Singular subject. Okay, so what we will use? Performs. What it will come here? Performs. Perform it will not come. Okay, neither of the of the candidates dash the required skills. The required skills has or have. Okay, neither of the candidates. Again, we should not see of the candidates, neither is singular in nature, it will take has. I hope now the rule is clear. Now let's see the last rule. Rule number 8. Rule number 8. Not only but also. What is not only but also? It shows emphasis. It shows when both items are true. Both items are true. Okay? It is used for emphasis. For example, I said Ria is not only smart but also. Okay? But also, when I am using but also she is intelligent. She is intelligent. Okay? Or Ria is not only smart but also intelligent. Okay, so when I am using but also, okay, not only, there are two qualities. Okay, there are two qualities of a same person. Okay, that Ria is singular subject but qualities are two, smart and intelligent. Okay, so when we are talking about two qualities of a same person, okay, so we are using not only but also. So it is used just for emphasis. Okay, so we are talking about two qualities and both the qualities are true in nature. So as I said that either or, neither nor, they follow the rule of proximity. Same way, not only but also, they also follow the rule of proximity. I hope the rule is clear. Let's try to understand with the help of example. Not only the teacher but also the students dash the rules. Okay, follow and follows. Okay. Not only the teacher. Again, teacher is one subject, students. Here it is what? Students. It is plural in nature. So when it is plural, what we will use? Follow. Okay. Not only, second one, not only the players, but also the coach, but also the coach dash strategy. Understand and understands. Okay. Not only the players but also the coach. Coach is what? Singular in nature. So what we will use? Understands. Okay. So this was the last example of this session. I hope the rules are clear. Okay. In the next session we will see some more rules. So as I always say, friends, if you are liking my sessions and if it is helping you, please do like, share and comment. And if you are new to this channel, please subscribe to my channel. See you in the next session. Till then, keep learning, keep practicing. Bye bye and take very good care of yourself. Bye bye.